What would you say has been the most challenging period of time for you?
It's challenging all the time. It's challenging every single day. Sounds change. The structure of the business is constantly changing. So in terms of downtimes, it's every day because you don't know what you're going to wake up to. You don't know what the shift is going to be. The sonic sound shifts every, well, it was like every 3 to 4 years.
Mm.
And now the sonic sound seems to be shifting every 12 to 18 months, realistically.
Mm.
There's been so many challenges to keep relevant because, as big as Go has been, it's probably right now at its peak of what it's been for a good few years. But I've been blessed enough to have, off the back of the initial success of Go, been able to work with so many different people and to like keep things ticking over. But it's a constant battle.
Is there one specific battle that you found really tough? Maybe something where you thought, I just can't do this anymore.
Yes, but it's also everything. Being able to create, I no longer reference myself as an artist. I am a businesswoman. I'm a songwriter. I can sing and I have sung, but I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm an artist. I think the challenges for Black artists in the country, but also in the world, is tough. It's a very real and a very important conversation to have. And being a Black female artist in the UK has definitely been challenging, but I do also know and acknowledge that just being in the industry is challenging, and also just being human is challenging. So it's everything all at once.
Mm.
But that's not to minimize the experiences of Black people or Black females within culture and within the music industry.
What are the key changes that you'd like to see in the music industry for Black women or for Black artists?
There is this very invisible, very thick, very high ceiling for Black people in music, right? So it's like it's very invisible, but it's very much there. It's very hard to penetrate because even if you look at some of the most successful people and women in funky house or in garage, in UK rap, they've got these incredibly relevant cultural songs which have lasted 20, 25 years, but maybe their access to crossing over, we've got maybe like 3, 5, 7, even most of the funky house girls didn't cross over, even though some of our songs are the biggest cultural songs going. In terms of what would I change, I think inclusivity is important, and not just being performative about it, not just posting a black square, but really understanding that there is a very real, very invisible, very thick, very high glass ceiling that actually, when you look at the roots of it, Black women and Black people are excluded from certain conversations. It's a very broad question because it's not any one thing to change, because I think that prejudice and racism, or unconscious bias, I like unconscious bias, is
Mm.
very much rooted in the DNA of humanity. And I do think that Black people are being included in things in a way that we haven't been in the past. But considering what we have brought to culture, or the way our culture is taken and replicated, and in a way that we as Black people have to water down our culture in public. And the word culture, I use it across the board because Black British is different from Black British African, Black British Caribbean. Like, there's so many nuances to it. Black people are not a monolith. It's very important for for more understanding as to what that inclusion really looks like, because I think a lot of people think just because they're not saying let's bring back slavery or calling black people the N-word, just because they're not doing those things, it means that prejudice doesn't exist or limitations.